Hello and welcome. Today I want to talk about this Dewalt battery. You see it's faded on this side. Still grass on it though. Anyway, and it's not faded on this side. I found this in a ditch at the side of the road. So I'm just wondering, the question is, can I fix it? And the answer is, it depends. It depends on what's wrong with it. So first of all, we're getting in this blind. I've done nothing to this battery. I haven't opened it, haven't done anything. I want an authentic video that shows what way we are. Well, the voltage check shows that there's 3.4 volts coming out the top. That could be either very good or very bad. You think, why could that be very good? I'll show you in a minute. To get more information on this, what we need to do is open the pack. To do that, use a TX torque. That's the one with the, see if we can get it to focus, the hollow center. It's a TX10. These 4 screws out, and that'll give us access to the top of the battery. And if we look at the top of the casing, what's clear to me is this was through out of a moving vehicle or something, or launched, because he's actually damaged the plastic in the top there. There we are. Right. If you look at the inside of the casing, there's like this corrosion there, and the terminals, that'll have come from actually throwing the battery out the window, whatever he did, whatever this mystery person did with his battery. They obviously were not happy with it. That's what I'm sort of, that's the vibe I'm getting. This is no longer loved, this battery. What do we see? There's a bit of heat protection here. We need to get that off to see what's going on under here, because yeah, that's alright. That's a little fusible link there. Sometimes that breaks, but if I was completely broke, you would be getting nothing out the top, so we wouldn't be getting that 3 volts we're getting. I'll just get the airline and blow any debris off, though there's not much, and a little bit of electric contact cleaner might help those. Get a ton of still spraying. Times are hard about here. Hold on, 3rd time lucky. And we'll dry it off with the airline as well. Need help with some of the corrosion, hasn't got it all, but cleaned it up a bit anyway. I told you already about the fusible link, and there doesn't seem to be any connection breaks here. They're not very common, to say the least. They're not. It does happen sometimes. This is a 2019 battery, and I don't know how long it's been lying in the ditch, but it would have experienced all the weather of the lovely climate that we have in this country. You talk about the Rust Belt in America, you hear a lot about that. I think we're just one big rust belt here in Ireland. It's just like moss grows and everything rusts to hell. I've seen batteries that weren't in the ditch and as bad or worse shape, but I'm going to connect or check the connections along the side to see if they're anything loose. Sometimes the spot welds can let go, especially if there's corrosion. Sometimes they just rust and then it breaks off. Still get a connection there, even though that's very rusty there. That's all connected. It's all connected. Anyway, the next thing we do is test the individual voltage of the cell banks. I'll get my big multimeter into play here. It's a nice big screen on it. So let's see. Go from one side to the other, from plus to minus. These leads are bad in the way. Let's see. Might be better now, you might be able to see the screen. Well, that shows me one thing. Them two cells, I have them on the right polarity. It's showing a minus voltage. That means those two cells are completely fried. When they're showing a minus voltage, that means they're fried. 2.4 volts, very low but recoverable. 2.22 whatever, same, low, recoverable. What have we got there? We've got a minus voltage. That's not good. That means these two cells are away as well. And 2.32, you can see that. So hang on. These cells are kaput and these cells are kaput. And the rest of them are very, very low. So we need 4 cells to put into that battery. And we're going to hope that the circuit board has survived the wet. I think it doesn't look too bad. We could be lucky. As it happens, I have 4 cells. They're perfect matches for these ones, you know. The only thing is, the voltage is not the same. And it's going to take a bit of a process to put that right once I have them installed. To show you here, we'll get the multimeter into play again here. These are 3.63, which is higher than the ones that we have in the abandoned pack here. A little unloved battery. It's higher than the good ones. The good ones are 2.2. Probably going to have to install these and try and balance the pack then with a B6 lipro charger that I have. First step is get the old ones out and get the new ones or reclaimed ones in. To do this, I always use a sharp screwdriver, you know, and pry these off. This one's a bit blunt. But exercise caution when you're doing this, because you don't want to punch your lithium cells because they are dangerous. And if things went wrong, they'd go very wrong. The only thing, the non-viable cells are usually deactivated. There's usually no power in them, so they're less dangerous. These end ones. Take the handy way out on this side, I think. Don't do this, but if you are doing this, don't cut the cells. Don't just That's the quick and more dangerous way of doing it there. There we are. So safely dispose of these because these are done for. If you're wondering what to do with these cells when I take them out, I put them into this fire retardant bin. There's a metal lid for it. See a fire extinguisher standing by there too. Some of the strip seems in very bad condition here, so this is not too bad, but I might redo them all anyway. I'll redo them all, it'll be a tidier job. So I must get these off. That one's cut off. That's particularly bad, that one there. Yeah. I might just take the whole lot off and redo the whole thing, because if I put the 3 banks of cells together that are of the similar voltage, they'll be easy charged in a bank. So I think I'm going to do that. That's what I will do. I better put it in the right way. Yeah, like that. Be able to keep this bit of original strip, so that's a help. And I'll try and clean up the ends of these and reconnect everything now. The reason I just did that is to clean up the edges and make the spot weld stick to the edges better, you know. It makes it easier to spot weld the strip to connect these together. And I'll do another little process now. These are little ring insulators, and they stop cross connection within the cell. They stop the positive and the negative connecting to each other accidentally, which is something you don't want. This one's particularly bad because I've took some of the covering off there. That's positive, that's negative. You don't want the two. Never the twain shall meet. God willing. You don't want them to be connected. This is the nickel strip. We used to join it together. It comes in a roll like that. So we use a device called a spot welder. I'm telling you all this because one of the most frequently asked things about is my spot welder. I'll show it to you here. It's kind of a custom job. I got this kit on eBay, and then I got this battery as a separate thing to power the thing. How to get that as a kit and build it. That's one end connected. We've got to put a bit of strip and connect to this little connection from the board. Didn't stay on, but it will. That's a little bit of flux in case you're wondering. I think this solder might be hard to stick. Hard to get it to stick to this nickel strip, this original one. But it's not, it's flowing well. Flowing well there. That's good there. That's just what we want. It's well stuck down. It riz up there a wee bit, so I'll just keep the pressure on it till it cools. Yeah, that's really good there now. So that is the battery pack assembled. What we need to do is get the voltage sorted. So we'll put the spot welder away. We no longer need that for this job. We do need the trusty voltmeter, because just to understand where we're at with this pack now, because I put the 4 high cells on one side of the pack, and then the 4 lower cells are in another part of the pack. There's 2.36, and this should be 2 point something. Just getting a good connection. 2.36, that's equal. That's very low, that's 1.56. We need to bring these 3 banks of cells up in line with these ones here. So these are 3.63, as we observed before we put them on. Yeah. So we need to bring these 3 banks of cells up with the charger. These 3 here. This is a lipro balance charger, a B6 IMAX. So what we're doing is we're going from here. This is the minus. So in order to connect to the minus, we can do this. See, we'll get the leads on here. So we're charging these 3 banks of cells. So I want to connect the minus, and the minus goes on there. So this is connected to the minus, so we can take a shortcut and put it there and not cause any problems. So where do you put the plus? This is the trickier part. Because you're going here to here to here, this is where you're putting the plus. But there's not a convenient place really to tack it on. So I have a magnet here, and I'm going to clip it on via a magnet. And with that connected, what you do is, this is what you do. You select what you're charging. You select LiPo, because this is lithium ion, and it's already at 3S. You can balance, you can fast charge. We'll go for fast charge, and we'll go for 6 amps, and then we can adjust this to 3S and 4S and 5S. 5S is the whole battery, 4S is 4 banks of cells, and 3S is 3 banks of cells. So we hit that and hold. Right, we hold it now, and then it checks the battery. You see the connection's right, and it's, yeah. So that's charging away there now. We want that coming up to something like, we can monitor the cells as we charge, I suppose. We can have a wee look at them to see what they're reacting like to it. So we're sitting about, you can't see that. There we're 3.3, just over 3 volts there. So we'll charge them 3 banks anyway up. We can charge them up to 3.6 to match these 2, or we can charge them up to the full voltage and then charge these up to the full voltage, so we don't have to stand and look at it. The purpose behind this process is to bring these banks of cells that are too low up to above 3.5 volts. These other ones that weren't too low are above that, and if they're above 3.5 volts, that means they're chargeable range. If they're equal, you get a good balanced pack. So that's what we're up. Right, that's the pack fairly well balanced with the B6 charger. I overshot the first bit of charging. I had to slip about from one, change about from one bank to the other. But we'll have a wee volt check here for you now to show you what's going on. Just a wee quick one. Right, let's see. 3.7. 3.7, 3.74, 75, wee bit higher. 3.75, 3.75. These two banks are a little bit lower, so you will get a little bit of cell imbalance. However, I don't think it's significant, and we're already showing 2 bars. So we'll put this together and see if we can get a good chargeable battery out of this battery that we've. Right, we've got a problem with this here too, because that's had an impact. So we nearly sort of maybe get the soldering iron and a pair of pliers and pry it over to its original. Hopefully that's straightened enough to. Still not straight though. Hopefully it's enough. So with that, we'll try it on a tool to see if it goes. I'm calling that fixed. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and check out my channel for all my other videos.